This lesson focuses on place value, and we're going to look at 6-digit numbers. We'll progress on to looking at the greater than and less than symbol. Let's begin by recapping our place values. Can we put in the missing place values? Well, if we begin with our smallest value, which is our units, the next big value would be our tens. So our units, then tens, then hundreds, then thousands, then we've got our tens of thousands. On our screen we have a number that has been partitioned, meaning it's been taken apart. What is the number? Well, we've got to put each of the values into their place heading. If we begin with our smallest value, our units, which units have 1 digit, so it's an 8 in our units column. We look at our biggest value on the screen, it's 700,000, and the hundreds of thousands has 7 digits. There's 700,000s. Our hundreds has 3 digits, and there are 4 of those. Our thousands have 4 digits, and there are 7 of those. Our tens of thousands, there are 2 of them. It's in a 5-digit number. And we've used all of our numbers, so we can see that there are no tens. Tens have 2 digits, and there's none there, so we put a 0 in. We can insert a comma to help us read the number. So we've got 727,408. On our screen, we have a 6-digit number that has been partitioned. I would like you to put each of the values into their place heading. So we're adding all of these numbers to see what 6-digit number they will make. On this occasion, let's begin with our biggest values. So we have hundreds of thousands, which has 6 digits, and there's 8 in the 100,000. So I put 8 into the correct column. My next large digit would be my 5-digit number, tens of thousands, and there's 1 of those. Then we're on to the thousands, and there are 4 in my thousands, so I put 4 into the thousands column. Next is my hundreds, which is made up of 3 digits, and there are 7 of those. Then we're on to tens. We can see that there are 8 tens for the 80, so 8 goes into my tens column. And the smallest value on the screen is our units of 1 digit, and there are 6. I'm going to put a comma in again between my thousands and my hundreds to help me read the number. So we've got 814,786. Okay, another practice question. We have a 6-digit number that's been partitioned. I would like you to add all the numbers, which is the same as putting the values into their place headings. This time, let's pick values at random. So I'll go with my hundreds first. Hundreds are 3 digits, so I go to the third value along, which is my hundreds, and there are 3 of them. Next I'll move to the smallest number, the units, which is 1 digit, so I put 6 into my units column. I'm going to go to my 6-digit number, hundreds of thousands, and you can see that there are 2 of them, so I'll put 2 into my 100,000 column. Next I'm going to do my thousands number, and we can see that there are 7 in my thousands. It's a 4-digit number, so I'll put 7 into the thousands column. And our last number on the screen is our tens of thousands, and there are 9 of those. There are no tens on the screen, no 2-digit numbers, so I need to put a 0 into my tens column. I'll put a comma in to help me read the number, and we finish up with 297,306. Yeah, I'm sure we all know what to do now. You can place all of the values into their place heading, and let's see what number is made when we add all of these numbers together. This time I'm going to begin with the smallest value, and it's a 9, which are 9 units. So I'm going to put 9 into my units column. There is no two-digit number on the screen, meaning I have no tens. For my hundreds, we've got 8 hundreds, so I put 8 into my hundreds column. For my thousands, well, I've got 2,000 and I've got 7,000. So a little bit of a trick one. So we've got to add those two to make 9,000. So I put 9 into my thousands column. I then have 80,000, so I've got 8 in the 10,000s. And we have no hundred thousands. I'll put a comma in again, and our final answer is 89,809. This is our last example where a 6-digit number has been partitioned. So let's jump straight in, do it together, and see what number is made when all of these values are added together. I'll begin with the smallest value on the screen, which is 90, which is my 9 tens. So I've got to put 9 into my tens column. There's no one-digit number, meaning there's no units on the screen, so I need to put a 0 in my units column. Then I'll move on to my 3-digit number, which is my hundreds, and there are 5 of those. My 4-digit number is my thousands, there's 7 of them. My 5-digit number, 60,000, so there are 6 in my tens of thousands. And my 6-digit number, my biggest value, I have to put 8 in my hundreds of thousands. Put a comma in to make it easier to read. 867,590. Okay, this slide gives us a great opportunity to test our knowledge of place values. So, what is the value of the number underlined? Our first number, 39,602. And we want to work out the value of that 3 that's underlined. So let's begin on the extreme right where I have my units. So I've got 2 units, then I've got my tens, then I've got my hundreds, then my thousands, then my tens of thousands. So that is where the 3 is placed. So it's in my tens of thousands, meaning the value of that 3 is tens of thousands. And we have 30,000 altogether. Second number, 239,120. Again, if I begin on the extreme right, units, tens, hundreds, thousands, and we've gone far enough already. So my 9 is in my thousands, so it's 9,000. Third number down, 390. Again, begin on the extreme right, units, tens, hundreds. So that is 3 in my hundreds column, making 300. And my last number, 2,677, units, tens, and we've already gone far enough, so 7 tens. The value of that 7 is in the tens, so it's 70. What is the value of the number underlined? I would like you to work out the value of each of the 4 numbers that are underlined. So you can pause your video and then come back to check your answers. Okay, the first number then, 455,660. My 4 is in my hundreds of thousands, so it's 400,000. My second number, 2,995. My 9 is in my hundreds, making 900 because there's 9 of them in my hundreds column. Third number is the number 12. My 1, which is underlined, is in my tens, so it's 110. And my final number, 23,551. My 5 is, first 5 is underlined, which is in my hundreds, making that value worth 500. What do you notice about all the numbers underlined? So in each of the 4 numbers, we can see that there is a 5 that has been underlined. Do you notice anything in particular about each of those number 5s? Have you spotted it? Well, hopefully you were able to identify that every one of them is in the tens column. So despite the fact that some of those are 3-digit numbers and some of them are 6-digit numbers, the underlying 5 in all of them is in the tens, meaning every one of those has a value of 50. Now that we have an excellent grasp of place value numbers, all the way up to 6 digits, we're going to now employ the greater than and the less than symbols. Let's begin with the greater than symbol. And I think these are best seen in action. So if I have the number 9 is greater than 1. 20 is greater than 4. 72 is greater than 51. 1212 is greater than 99. And we'll have a few examples of our less than symbol. 4 is less than 90. 74 is less than 120. 99 is less than 2004. 17 is less than 439. Okay, well, let's look at a few more slides to make these two symbols in numeracy even easier to use. Okay, here we have the two numbers 64 and 91. Which of the three symbols below will I use to go between the two numbers? Will it be greater than, less than, or are they equal? Hopefully you recognise that 91 is greater than, so we have to go this way. So now it reads 64 is less than 91. There are a few different ways to remember just which symbol to use. Some people like to think of the big number being eaten. So if you imagine that our symbol has some teeth, so the big number will be eaten. So now we have, and it still reads the same, 64 is less than 91. Okay, which symbol will I put between 75 and 8? Greater than, less than, or equals? And the answer on this occasion is greater than. 75 is greater than 81. And another way, another method to help you remember which symbol to use, if we think of a little point goes to the little number and the big opening goes to the big number. That's my preferred method. Little point to the little number, big opening to the big number. So again, if you look at the symbols, little point goes to the little number, big opening to the big number. Which symbol will we put between 2000 and the number 87? Greater than, less than, or equals? And it is greater than. So it now reads 2000 is greater than 87. The big opening to the big number, the little point to the little number. Another example, the numbers 601 and 24. So which of our three symbols will go in between? And it is greater than. 601 is greater than 24. Big opening to the big number, little point to the little number. Okay, I'm sure we understand how it works now. Which symbol will we put between the two numbers 250 and 187? It's the symbol greater than. 250 is greater than 187. Okay, we're getting into bigger numbers now, but following all of our place value work, I'm sure it's still an easy question. Which symbol will I put between the numbers 3481 and 2087? Again, it is our greater than symbol. So the big opening to the big number, little point to the little number. Now we're on to some 6-digit numbers. We've got to read the values very carefully and then put in the correct symbol between the two numbers. So our first number on the left, we've got 345,889. Second number, 345,998. So which symbol will we put between? Greater than, less than, or are they equal? This time it is the less than symbol, because the number on our left is the smallest of the two, so the small point, the big opening to the bigger number. Which of the symbols will we put between these two numbers? 24,878, 24,787. Lots of similar digits. Look very carefully. Which of the three symbols will we use? It is our greater than symbol. Our thousands are the same. We then look at the hundreds. There are 8 in the number on our left and 7 in the number on our right. So the number on our left is the bigger of the two. So the big opening to it and the little point to the smaller number. Okay, here's your opportunity to practice with these three questions. You can pause your video and come back to check your answers. Our first question then, we need the less than symbol because the smaller number is on the left. The second question, we need the greater than symbol. Our biggest number is on the left, so we need a big opening. And the last question then, we need the less than symbol again, because the smallest number is on our left, so we need the small point, the less than symbol. Here's two more final examples, but you will see on this occasion there's a little bit of working out required. So you've got to add the numbers before you put in the little symbol in between them. So 1,450 plus 100. So we're adding 100 to our 400s. So we're ending up with 1,550. And on the right side, we're adding 1 to the thousands, of which there are 3. So we've now got 24,500. So quite obvious that the bigger number is on the right, so we need the less than symbol, meaning that the number on the left, 1,550, is less than 24,500. And our second question then, so we've got to again add the numbers before we can put a symbol between them. So we're adding 2,000s to the 3,000 that we've got. So we're going to finish up with 5,000s and the other numbers remain the same. And on the right side, we're adding 3,000 to a 2,000. So we end up with 5,550. And we can now see clearly then that we are needing the equal sign because both numbers on both sides are identical.